Friends, greetings to you all. The Steak Lab channel is back on air, and we're happy to welcome you from a picturesque location. This is the Mayak restaurant on the banks of the Dnipro River. The place is amazing, even inspiring. Well, like everything connected to the Dnipro, to water, it always inspires. The view is fantastic, and our host today is the restaurant's brand chef, Alexei Sidorov.
Welcome.
And today, we're going to get right to work. As always, we'll be working with premium American marbled beef, specifically beautifully marbled beef. And today, we're making a delicious T-bone steak in a classic American marinade with fine bourbon whiskey. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter which whiskey it is, but it has to be bourbon. American whiskey, the American flavor of American marbled beef, and the taste of American whiskey. It's an amazing mix. Alexei, please tell us what exactly we are going to do today, and what is particularly interesting and unique about making delicious marinades with various types of alcohol.
First of all, it's quite important to emphasize that this is indeed American bourbon, because we're going to gently evaporate it just a little bit, carefully remove the alcohol, and what's left is that distinct woody aftertaste, which will then be wonderfully imparted during frying, giving all that rich flavor specifically to our beef. Yes, that's very important. We'll also be adding in some cane sugar, which will give it that truly beautiful, rich golden brown crust. Well, it's quite an interesting touch.
A glaze.
Yes, it'll be like a glaze. And we'll have that woody flavor, the taste of the beef itself, complemented by this sugar. That's the base. And there will be notes you'll see in the marinade. We'll be adding the bright, aromatic orange zest and the fresh, tangy juice, which will truly confuse your discerning taste buds and make the entire experience quite interesting, wonderfully complex, and utterly delicious.
All right, let's do it, maybe? Yeah, let's go.
So, our T-bone, we've carefully set it aside for a bit, allowing it to rest. Please take a moment to look at its beautiful marbling. While we prepare the marinade, we'll set it down. Let it sit at room temperature for a while so it cooks better and more evenly. For the marinade, I'll ask you for a medium-sized saucepan, and into this saucepan we will add some delicious, aromatic and flavorful bourbon. That could certainly work. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan, doesn't it?
Yeah, that could work.
Now we add cane sugar. We add some zest. Add orange zest. You can add even more zest because it will both highlight and confuse all our taste receptors. Add a little juice as well. Oh!
Already?
You can already start marinating, but this is just the beginning. Salt.
Fantastic.
Add a bit more salt too. The primary reason for this is that this is our essential glaze, and when glazing we truly need the rich flavor to completely envelop, to fully and thoroughly coat, you could say, our delicious steak. Then we'll add pepper and a generous amount of Worcestershire sauce. Here, we'll add a little bit of that wonderful Worcestershire sauce. This is to truly enhance the delicious flavor of our steak. I would suggest warming it up and making a full-fledged, rich glaze out of it, so that we can then apply it directly to our steak with a brush. Well, you see, we will warm it up now. The alcohol will then evaporate, and we will evaporate it about 2 times. With a spoon, just a little bit, we'll gently glaze it so that our delicious marinade cools down a bit. All right, our glaze is now ready. We'll just, you could say, swirl it around the saucepan a bit so it...
Cool down.
Cool down, yes. While our rich, flavorful glaze is slowly cooling down again, we'll meticulously prepare a simple, minimal marinade for our tender, juicy steak. Generously salted on just one side.
What kind of salt are you using?
And on the other side, just regular salt. Add a little bit of freshly ground pepper. By the way, we always make sure to pre-toast the pepper beforehand. We gently massage it a bit so that it thoroughly absorbs all the seasonings. Yes, we carefully massage it so all the salt gets completely absorbed, and then we meticulously glaze it. By the way, if you have a cold, completely and thoroughly cooled marinade, it's best to generously glaze the steaks. Or you can even carefully place our delicious steaks into this marinade for about 1.5 hours to 2 full hours so they can marinate exceptionally well. That way you'll truly get the full rich flavor of our wonderful marinade. But actually, even as it is, it's a shame you can't experience this through the camera, right? Alright, I think we can go ahead and start grilling it.
So let's go and grill it.
Oh yeah. Let's go. By the way, there are these common stereotypes that when you actually put a steak on, you absolutely have to, I've even seen this on some YouTube channels too. They say you really shouldn't touch it or flip it for at least 1.5, 2, 3, or even 4 minutes. Yes, there are some important rules to consider, but mostly, as I mentioned before when we were talking, you really need to deeply feel the texture and doneness of the steak and meat in general. Ineki. So, our very fragrant, beautifully golden brown and perfectly juicy steak is now ready. We'll let it rest for just a minute. Let it rest, allowing all those delicious juices to redistribute.
Let it rest, yeah.
Most people just don't understand why you need to do this. What does it mean to let it rest? We've driven all the moisture inside the meat and now we let it sit so that the juices can gradually redistribute. Alright, our delicious steak has now rested for a few good minutes. Now we are going to carefully start cutting it off the bone. This will make it much easier for us to properly enjoy eating it and truly savor its wonderful flavor. It cuts like butter now. Ooh, starting to want some already.
It's almost quite rare. Well, it's a nice medium. A good medium rare.
We'll just lay the bone down like this. We won't cut off this part yet. I'll just twist it like this. There we go. And then I'll lay it out. And, you know, this significant and impactful movement, which has been steadily gaining momentum.
Friends, today we meticulously cooked a T-bone steak expertly prepared in a rich bourbon marinade. Well, I won't just say it's amazing. It's truly evident that Alexei has created a genuine work of culinary art. That's quite obvious already. Super! I want to remind you once again that our channel is proudly produced with the valuable support of USMEF, the U.S. Meat Export Federation, an organization dedicated to promoting American meat. A sincere thank you to USMF for their support, and we encourage you to subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and see you next time. Bye.